What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Live with Brandon Blakeney podcast. Of course, I'm your host, Brandon Blakeney, aka Brandon Lee TV. Back at it again with another banger, my friends. So kick back, relax, and come take a ride with me. Now, look, y'all know I've been talking about that South Carolina starting lineup and adjustments being made to those rotations. They bounce back in a major way, be in the doors off of Iowa State, man. When you talk about bouncing back in impressive fashion, when you talk about quieting out the noise, when you talk about just putting a loss behind you, coming back and destroying the competition. That's exactly what we saw from South Carolina, man. It was just an impressive win, 76-36. For one, the defensive job, the way that they locked down Addie Brown needs to be studied. I mean, the Gamecocks came out with a game plan and absolutely executed. And I owe all the praise to Don Staley, this coaching staff, the players making plays. Sanaya Fagan was incredible. And we actually got to hear from Don Staley, man, after that game. I'm not buying either team. LSU is smoking him. Coach Go, talk your talk. Talk your talk, Coach Go. Talk your talk. Before we get into the numbers, man, let's hear from Don Staley right quick. He said he is talking
Happy
his
thank
talk. All right, there we go.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Um, I mean, we just needed to put a complete game together. Obviously, there were some lapses in the UCLA game that weren't characteristic of us. So we wanted to make sure that we played very, very similarly with our rotations and how we would guard. They're big. Obviously, you have to pay a lot of attention to her. It can't be just one player. It has to be positions, and then you have to position yourself to help if the ball got into it. You have to position yourself if you're not in front. So it is, all of these things that we executed from our 2 days of preparation, and then just from an offensive standpoint. If we could put together 40 minutes of what we did defensively, offensively, in the same game, I think we'd be feeling really good about ourselves, and we were consistent with it. But that is our nemesis, to be able to lock in on both sides of the ball, not have as many lapses or put them on the free throw line as much as we did.
We like to focus on defense before offense. I mean, defense leads us to offense, so I wouldn't say that it was a focus, but it was really a focus. I say it gave us the energy, the momentum of who we know we are, and we just went out there and do what we had to do.
Can we talk about, first off, the defensive job this group did? I mean, just suffocated Iowa State. Guys, welcome in, RC, Coach Go, Elaine, welcome in, welcome in. Let me get into the comments. What's good, RC? What's good, my guy Swag? Welcome in. How Iowa State lost to... Bro, they did lose to UNI, and they almost lost to Drake. Iowa State might be a little overrated, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. Crook's too big to move in the paint, and they held Annie Brown scoreless. Gamecocks beat Iowa State like Audie and her teammates robbed their grandmas before the game. It was a terror fest. Bro, they beat the piss out of Iowa State, man. I mean, it looked like these two teams weren't even on the same playing field, on the same division. HBL, yes, hey, Coach Go, we're going to get to that. Yes, sir. TCU is for real. Elaine says SC will get better when they are still learning a new way to play because Cardoso is gone. Yeah, HBL is definitely Bizak. She is back. She is back, baby. She is back. Hailey Van Lith is back. But yeah, man, I mean, honestly, a heck of an effort from South Carolina, a heck of a team win, and just dominating, man. First off, they held Iowa State to 23.1% shooting, under 30% for the game. 4 23 from three. They shot 17.4% from the three, compared to South Carolina shooting 45.3% from the field. Way more paint touches. Way more paint touches. They weren't missing as many bunnies as they were missing in that first game. They shot the three at 35.3%, got to the free throw line more, and they got back to out rebounding their opponents, dominating the glass 46 to 32, 11 assists to 8, 5 blocks, 13 steals. 13 steals. When you talk about pressuring the basketball, jumping passing lanes, and making the competition uncomfortable, bro, they forced 19 turnovers on Iowa State. I mean, this was a physical game. I'm telling you right now, it was no slow starts. South Carolina came and punched Iowa State in the mouth, and it was just the redemption game they needed. The win streak is over. People are done talking about it. Now they can focus on playing basketball. And it was a complete team effort. I was really impressed with Sanaya Fagan, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. Sanaya Fagan, 13 points, 5 rebounds in 15 minutes of play. Chloe Kitts, a quiet night, but they didn't really need her. But still a quiet night. Two really, subpar back-to-back games for Chloe Kitts. 6 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. She only played 15 minutes. Tahina Powell, 7 points, 1 rebound, or 1 assist, 5 rebounds. Raven Johnson, 6 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound in 20 minutes. Her, Bree Hall, and Sanaya Fagan have been called out by Coach Don Staley a few times. They're answering the call. Some were calling for some changes in the starting lineup. He included Don Staley rocking with her core group, her proven seniors, proven upperclassmen, I should say, and they get it done. Joyce Edwards, probably her best game in a Gamecock uniform. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 1 assist for the freshman. She is proven Joyce Edwards can be that number one scoring option down low if she gets the touches. Malaysia Wiley, after not really playing in that first game, got 20 minutes in this one. 8 points, 1 assist, 5 rebounds. Ashlyn Swatkins, 6 points, 8 rebounds. She out there blocking shots as well. 20 points. Now, I told y'all, my adjustments, Tessa Johnson needs to play more. She played 27 minutes this game. She played more than Breezy Hall. She played more than Raven Johnson. She played more than Tahina Powell. I'm just saying. I said Malaysia Wiley needed to get more minutes. She played 20 minutes. Ashlyn Watkins needed more minutes. She played 20 minutes. Maddie McDaniel still gets hers. And honestly, I still think Maddie McDaniel should start at point guard. I mean, you look at it, 13 minutes, and she still led this squad in assists. I'm just saying. But this was a great bounce back win. People were really overreacting, I feel like, to that South Carolina win or that loss that they took to UCLA. UCLA played an incredible game. They made a bunch of shots, they rebounded well, and they were the more physical and aggressive team. South Carolina got back to South Carolina basketball, though. We saw South Carolina get back to South Carolina basketball, pushing the pace, blocking shots, forcing all types of turnovers, getting transition buckets, playing with pace, using their depth. We saw South Carolina get back in their bag. I still think this team is searching for an identity, though. I'm not going to lie to you. I still feel like this team is searching for an identity. There's not that dominant post player, but they've got more depth than they've had in recent years in that front court. But I love what Joyce Edwards did, man. She is a superstar. I think that she is the answer, maybe, in that front court next to Chloe Kitts. She's just athletic, guards 1 through 5, rebounds, nonstop motor, can pass it, can shoot it, great touch around the rim. It just came in ready for the physicality of the college game. Came in ready from day one. Joyce Edwards is a star. She honestly has, I think, exceeded expectations so far. She's rolled with the punches. She's played through mistakes. And when you get her down low back to the basket, she can hit the fadeaway. She can go left. She can go right. Like, Joyce Edwards is a player that's going to have a major impact on what the Gamecocks do. I'm going to tell you right now, that is a sensational freshman. Maddie McDaniel leading the team in assists. She's done that 3 games already. I'm just saying, 3 games already. Maddie McDaniel runs the show. She's great court vision, great feel for the game as a freshman. She's super aggressive, gets paint touches, can shoot the 3, versatile offensively. I love what we saw from South Carolina. It was a big bounce back game for them. They shut out all the noise. People talking about Malaysia Wiley should transfer. It was a lot going on, man. It's a lot of pressure with South Carolina right now. But they lived up to expectations, and you can't ever sleep on Coach Don Staley. I'm going to just say that. Welcome in, welcome in. Guys, if this is your first time, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share to stay up with the latest and the greatest with the Live with Brandon Blakey podcast. Follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. And, of course, subscribe to the memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Holler at me in the chat. Let me know what's going on. HBL with the big upset. But yeah, I mean, it's still really early in the season, Elaine. I agree. It's still really early in the season. Like, South Carolina's still figuring some things out. SC beat UCLA, then give them props. Iowa State needs to keep that same unperforming energy when they play my Hawkeyes. Hey, man, if the Hawkeyes can hold Addie Brown scoreless, they got a good chance of winning. Yeah, Edwards definitely adjusting really good, learning the speed of the game. She doesn't look like a freshman for the most part. Like, she's physical. She's relentless on the glass. She makes winning plays. She's bringing in a winning pedigree. Like, I love Joyce Edwards. She's a dog. At one point, it was like, what? It was like 29-3. Yeah, they beat them like a drum, RC. They came out and beat Iowa State like a drum in front of the whole nation. In front of the whole nation on Thanksgiving. It's supposed to be unity. South Carolina beat Iowa State like a damn drum. Lindy, welcome in, welcome in. I really don't know as much about college basketball. Don's team is not the team they were last year. Their defense improved, but Iowa State played like crap. It's easy to beat a team. I mean, that defense was suffocating. They forced Iowa State into a lot of misses, tough contested shots. Iowa State never got a rhythm going. Their leading scorer didn't even score a point, completely shut her down. I got to give all the credit to the I got to give all the credit to the Gamecocks, man. I got to give all the credit to South Carolina executing Don Staley's game plan. Got to give it up to him. I gotta give it up to the execution of South Carolina. They came in, locked in. They threw the first punch. Robert, welcome in. What's up? What's up, my guy? After some slow starts, we saw South Carolina come out with more urgency than we've probably seen them in any other game this entire season. They came out with some urgency. They did not like that loss. It did not sit well. Some of them, it was their first loss of their college careers. That loss did not sit well, and you best believe Don Staley was on them in practice because they came out with a fire lit up under them. I think it was like 37-9 at halftime or something, Brandon. I was like, look, let me find something else. Yeah, cut the game off. Cut the game off at that point. Beat them like a drum. Swag, I told folks weeks ago that TCU was going to be the sleeper. TCU guards better be ready for that guard pressure SC did against Iowa State. Man, that's going to be a big game. TCU versus South Carolina is going to be a big game. That's a team that Hailey Van Lith is familiar with, playing against them last season. She got shut down completely. New location, new team, new roster. We'll see what she does in round 2. But shout out to Hailey Van Lith, man, leading TCU to a big upset against Notre Dame, who a lot of people, after they shut down Juju Watkins and blew the doors off of USC at home, a lot of people felt like Notre Dame was a title contender. I still feel like they're a title contender, but TCU deserves their respect. Picking up the win 76-68. TCU, they've beaten 2 top 15 teams this season already. Like, they absolutely deserve their respect. Put some respect on Hailey Van Lith. This is a player that has been through a lot of adversity on and off the court, was a star for Louisville for 3 years, bet on herself, took a chance, joined a tougher conference, a tougher program, under a microscope, defending national champions, playing under one of the toughest coaches, but one of the best college point guards to ever play the game in Kim Mulkey. It wasn't a good fit. They tried it. It didn't work out. No hard feelings. She goes to her, I feel like, last chance youth situation with TCU, joins a team that is with a second-year head coach that is looking for a primary ball handler. And, I mean, she's having a career year. Hailey Van Lith is having a career year. She's playing herself back into the WNBA draft. She's been one of the best guards in the country, one of the most productive guards in the country. And she's completely In my opinion, she's completely shut down the noise and the haters saying that she couldn't play the point guard position. I'm gonna just say that. She has completely shut down those storylines, those storylines, those narratives. That's the word I'm looking for, y'all. Hailey Van Lith has shut down those narratives that she cannot play the point guard position because she is out here dropping dimes. She had a double-double their last game. And then you look at it, let's look at the team stats first. First off, so TCU shot 44.4% from the field, held Notre Dame to 34.7%. TCU be chucking them threes, though. They went 7 to 25, still made enough to win the game, shot 28%. They also got to the free throw line and made 13 of 19 free throws. They lost the rebounding battle 46 to 49. They win the assist battle 15 to 13. 8 blocks for TCU protecting that paint. And they forced 12 turnovers, but they turned it over 16 times themselves, man. Notre Dame had some opportunities to win this game. Notre Dame's big three performed very well. Sonia Citron, Hannah Hidalgo, and Olivia Miles. But they didn't get much else from anybody else, to be honest with y'all, man. I'm not going to hold you. But looking at TCU, man, Hailey Van Lith is back. Put some respect on Hailey Van Lith's name right now, chat. Hailey Van Lith is back. Hailey Van, let me get a poll up. Let me get a poll up. Guys, if this is your first time within the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast, make sure to hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff to stay up with the latest and the greatest. Follow me at Brandon Lee TV on social media and join our memberships to stay up with the latest and the greatest. Let's get a poll going, man. Let's get a poll going for the chat. Y'all tell me, is it too premature? Is it too premature, or is HBL officially back? Is she officially back? Is Hailey Van Lith officially back? I think she's officially back. I think it's safe to say she's officially back. Um, she's just been killing. She's been on another level. She's been dishing the basketball. She has been chucking now. I ain't gonna hold you, but the fact that she is really controlling the tempo, running the offense, I think she's been impressive at the point guard position. People said she could not play point guard. Hailey Van Lith against Notre Dame, 21 points, 7 assists, 3 rebounds, 8 of 15 shooting from the field. I think she's back. I think she's back. She's looked aggressive. She's hunting her shot. She's getting to the mid-range. She's operating in the pick and roll. She's making great decisions. She's been tough with the basketball. She hasn't been a liability on defense. She's rebounding the basketball. I'll tell y'all what, man, a turning point for Hailey Van Lith, in my opinion, was when she went overseas, played in the Olympics, went through that adversity with the 3v3 team. They started off really bad, losing some games. She was the most consistent player on that team. She was the best player on the 3v3 team, most aggressive, and helped lead them to a bronze medal. And I think that completely changed her confidence. Confidence is so key with players like her that play with emotion and really wear their heart on their sleeves on the court. Hailey Van Lith is doing just that, man. She's the emotional leader for this team. I respect anybody out there betting on themselves. I just think it takes a lot of tenacity. It takes a lot of courage to really step out your comfort zone. And she's done it twice. This is her third school in 3 years. She caught a lot of flack. One of the most criticized basketball players in the women's game, man. Hailey Van Lith caught a lot of slack, a lot of flack, a lot of blame for the struggles of LSU last year. She goes to TCU, a team that was so beat up last year they had to have open tryout. And she's just gone and made the best of her last chance. She's playing herself again back into the WNBA draft. She's averaging 19.2 points per game, 5.7 rebounds. Listen to this, y'all. 7 assists per game. Hailey Van Lith is fourth in the nation. Fourth in the nation in assists right now. I'm just saying. The turnovers are down. She's only averaging 1.8 turnovers, which is a turnover down from last season. She's shooting at a higher percentage. She was shooting 37.8% at LSU, shooting 41.4% this year. Definitely want to see the three-point shooting go up. But she's also playing the second most minutes she's ever played with 33.5. She's at TCU. She's with a team that believes in her. She's with a group that is and a coaching staff that has really let her rock out. She's looked like a totally different player this season. I think she made the right decision. It's safe to say she made the right decision leaving LSU, going to TCU. And how about Sedona Prince, man? I mean, seriously, 6'7", can shoot it, can put it on the floor a little bit. Great back to the basket. She had 20 points, 4 assists, and 20 rebounds. We gotta start talking about Hailey Van Lith and Prince as one of the best duos in college basketball. I mean, these two are putting up numbers every time they have a big game. They dominated NC State. They come out and put that thing on Notre Dame. I mean, these two players are really carrying the team, and Madison Connor has been a great addition as well in the backcourt. She's been a knockdown shooter for this team, spreads the floor, tough defensively, rebounds the basketball. TCU, man, I'm telling you, I think they're for real. It's going to be a big matchup against South Carolina, but they've proven they can really play with the nation's elite. They got South Florida, and Florida Atlantic. So they got two tune-ups to build even more confidence and chemistry before they play South Carolina on December 8th. But everybody will be tuned in. We might have to go live for that one, y'all. We might have to go live for that one. But I gotta admit, man, Hailey Van Lith has bounced back. This is her revenge tour this season, and she's playing great basketball. And if you're not acknowledging what she's doing at TCU right now as a comeback story, one of the best stories in women's college hoops this season, man, you might just be a hater. Just saying. Looking at it, 88% of y'all say Hailey Van Lith is officially back. Vote that poll. Vote that poll. Guys, if this is your first time within the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast, hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share, all that good stuff. Y'all know I'm keeping y'all up with the latest and the greatest with all things sports. Looking at it for Notre Dame, Hannah Hidalgo, 27 points. Y'all know Hidalgo is going to do her thing. But they did not. Hidalgo, Olivia Miles, and Sonia Citron did not have the same pressure. They did not have the same effectiveness on TCU and Hailey Van Lith. Hailey Van Lith controlled the tempo of this game, man. I'm not going to hold y'all. They were not turning her over the way that they do other guards typically. But Hidalgo had 27 points, 5 assists, 9 rebounds to lead Notre Dame. They got a big game out of Olivia Miles as well, 16 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds in 39 minutes. And then Sonia Citron rounding out the big three with 14 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Nobody else scored in double figures. Very quiet night for the center, Kate Koval. She didn't score at all. But you talk about Prince putting the clamps on you at 6'7"? Kate Koval, this was by far the worst game she's played in an Irish uniform. She had 6 rebounds, 2 assists. Shout out to Latu King, though, 13 rebounds to lead the way, 8 points. But they didn't get any production really from the bench or anybody else. And to be honest, man, I think neither one of these teams are super deep, and that could hurt them in the end. But both teams, I mean, they rely heavily on guard play. And they need their guards to make plays and make shots. Notre Dame relies on this big three that they have, this three-headed monster. They couldn't get it done tonight, but I definitely think, and it's hard. You play an emotional game like you did against USC, a rival on the road, and there can be some carryover, some lag. TCU came out ready to play. Yo, Prince is a problem. She needs to be a top 10 pick. Sedona Prince is the top 10 pick in the WNBA draft. She is absolutely a top 10 pick in the WNBA draft. There is no way around it. She is a top 10 pick. Yes. Let me catch up with some of the comments. SC looked tired against UCLA. It was a strange game. Definitely was uncharacteristic of them. Iowa State guards aren't athletic, so I know their guards would have a hard time. They can't shoot. I mean, they created no separation. TCU is starting to get used to each other, not going to jump on that bandwagon yet. Need to see more improvement. Respect, Lindy. Respect. Agree. Joyce Edwards had a very good game, but Tina Powell, yeah. Tahina Powell continues to be the heart and soul of this team. She got to stay aggressive. I think ND game was just a bad matchup. They'll be fine. Yeah, Notre Dame is a good team. They're still my dark horse to take the championship. They're a really good team, and if you got really good guard play, you're always gonna be in the running to make some noise in the NCAA tournament. But yeah, just the off game, it happens. Brandon, if that butt beat from SC to Iowa State told me anything, it's that SC is not going anywhere. They are definitely not going anywhere. South Carolina is still the boogeyman of women's college hoops. Let's be clear. Yes, sir. RC, I'm right there with you. Yeah, that's a real win. Coach Go, they're stacking them up. NC State was impressive, and then you beat Notre Dame. I mean, they're 2-0 against the ACC. I'm just saying. 2-0 against the ACC's two best teams at that. To beat SC, you must have good guards and a bench, and you must rebound. I think playing 3-on-3 in the Olympics helped her. Yeah, Coach Go, I'm right there with you. The 3-on-3 for Hailey Van Lith changed her whole trajectory for this season and got her ready. TCU could have made it easier by clearing out one side for pick and roll, Hailey Van Lith and Prince action. That's a dynamic pick and roll, and if you're going to beat TCU, you better have an answer for them. Yeah, they need Maddie Westbeld. Notre Dame still needs Maddie Westbeld. Ashley, welcome in. Brandon, you forgot one thing. TCU outscored Notre Dame 31-12 in the fourth. Yes. Yes. Talk, RC. I want to see how they perform against SC guards. How will Hailey Van Lith got bottled up against SC every time they played last year. This is a team that is familiar with Hailey Van Lith. Hailey Van Lith is familiar with this team. She's getting another crack at it. New team, new scheme. We'll see what she can do. Everybody waiting for December 8th. Hey, RC, talk. RC the OG. Leroy, welcome in, welcome in. South Carolina has shown they can be beat. They have, but they also shown they can beat anybody, apparently. But you're right, RC. She got to see Paige, CC, and Flage. Those are her bosses, right? She got to face. HVL is proof that team chemistry brings out the best in a player. Fact, so many people wrote her off last season, Lindy. So many people wrote her off. She didn't fit LSU. I agree. When players don't gel and support each other, you don't get maximum output. Facts. George, welcome in, welcome in. As an LSU fan, she always hustling. She learned more from Kim than people think. And I think she would agree with that too, George. I think she would agree with that too. Prince is a problem. Yeah, Notre Dame wasn't at their best, and they're still not at 100%. Maddie Westbeld is going to be a very big addition for them. Very big addition. But speaking of Paige and UConn, UConn got it done as well, man. How about AZ Fudd? How about AZ Fudd coming back in the swing of things? Hold on. Let me get UConn stats up here. How about AZ Fudd coming back with 18 strong? They get the win over number 18th ranked Ole Miss. UConn, man. UConn looking scary. UConn looking scary. If AZ Fudd is coming out shooting the ball like that in the backcourt with Paige Beckers, and Paige Beckers has been one of the player of the year candidates, strong candidates this season. But UConn, hey man, I really liked what I saw for them too. They picked up the win 73-60 over Ole Miss. But how about UConn getting it done, man? AC Fudd playing great basketball, shooting the rock. They're getting healthy. I think they're the second best team in the country when healthy. UConn can definitely score the basketball with anybody. Sarah Strong has brought a different dynamic at the four for this group. I think UConn has impressed on both sides of the basketball. Ole Miss not a slouch by any means. By any means, Ole Miss is not a slouch. I think UConn definitely is the second best team in the nation. They are the biggest threat to South Carolina, in my opinion. I think that they will continue to build chemistry. I love the depth that UConn has in the backcourt. They're showing more versatility in the front court as well. UConn's going to have something to say about this season, man. I'm telling you right now, Paige Beckers, AZ Fudd, going to be one of the best backcourts in the country. When those two are on, they haven't played a whole lot of games together. So seeing them healthy together is definitely a scary sight. We know Gina Auriemma last week broke the all-time wins record in Division One. So salute to him. But UConn definitely one of those power players that's gonna make some noise. I love what Sarah Strong is doing. Janet Alfie in her first season healthy is making plays. But Sarah Strong, man, just her versatility. She's one of the most gifted passers out of the post already in year one. She's definitely one of the most gifted passers we've seen out of the post. She can handle the basketball. She's big. She's physical. Great size. I just think she's got a high IQ for her age. I mean, it's insane. She's definitely proven why she was ranked as the number one player in the country. Looking at it, got some stats up there for y'all from the UConn game, though. LSU got to win, too. LSU got to win, too, but definitely wanted to highlight UConn, one of the best teams in the country. Strong is an absolute monster, though. That last season, they were so small, they had Paige Beckers at the 4, y'all. She's gotten back to her natural position, playing in the backcourt at the guard. They have El Alfie. They have Ice Brady, who's played some valuable minutes for them as well. But UConn shot an impressive 58.5% from the field, getting it in the paint. Definitely want to see the three-point shooting improve because there's a lot of snipers on this roster. Only shot 21.4% from the field or from the three. They out-rebounded Ole Miss though, 37-30. And y'all know Coach Yo, man, she don't play that. Like she has a very tough physical team every year. Ole Miss is always scrappy. They finished with 15 assists. Definitely want to cut down on the turnovers, though. 18 turnovers not going to help you beat elite teams. No disrespect to Ole Miss. But looking at it, man, I tell you, it was a team effort. I love what we're seeing from Ice Brady, just her hustle. I gotta shout her out. But UConn won it 73-68. Y'all look what Sarah Strong did right there, man. She is going to continue to be in that run-in for freshman of the year. 10 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. So well rounded. So well rounded. Paige Beckers led the way with 29 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds. Still carrying this squad as their undoubted, unquestioned leader. Played the most minutes by far with 38 minutes per game, or 38 minutes. AZ Fudd, her best game since coming back from injury. She's only got a couple of games under her belt, but already shooting the lights out. 18 points, 1 assist, 4 rebounds. That's a very promising sign. You talk about a player that's missed a lot of time, that is hinted at coming back at UConn. Getting AZ Fudd back healthy, playing at an elite level is going to be a game changer for UConn. An absolute game changer. When she's locked in, making shots, it changes the trajectory of this team. And by the time February comes, it's going to be a battle of titans, y'all, when they take on South Carolina. But UConn is stacked, man. I mean, you look at it, El Alfie, 8 points, 9 rebounds, almost had a double-double in 20 minutes of play. Caitlin Chen, former Ivy League Player of the Year, 2 points, 4 assists, 1 rebound. Quiet night for Ashlyn Shade. We didn't see KK Arnold. KK Arnold, 16 minutes, 2 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds. Quiet night, but she continues to be their best perimeter defender. Everything she does doesn't always show up in the backcourt or in the box score. Paige Beckers continues to be one of the best players in the country. Super efficient, scoring the basketball. She's healthy. And a healthy Paige Beckers and a healthy AZ Fudd is definitely scary. I love seeing El Alfie get active. Big skill, like center, powerful, big, out of Egypt. A player that Gino Auriemma was super excited about when she got to UConn. Was hurt her whole freshman year. So this is like a freshman year for her, and she's been productive. She's shown great flashes. She can play back to the basket. She moves well. She blocks shots. She rebounds at a good rate. Great hands. Knows how to use her length, use her frame. I got to salute her. I think they are the biggest threat to South Carolina, in my opinion. UConn is absolutely an issue. Love how they play the game. Love their depth. Love how they share the basketball. And love the leadership. Love the leadership. Y'all got the chat booming, though. I still don't want Shaw drafting Fudd unless they releasing Kennedy. Do you want to? I mean, honestly, AZ Fudd might not even go to the WNBA draft. Like, in some interviews, it seems like she is really leaning towards coming back to UConn. Moral to the sky, major. Yeah, she definitely got that dog in her. She definitely got that dog in her. Strong is very good. The whole top six fighting for top three spots. It's whoever wants it. I think talent is just about that close. Yeah, the talent is way more balanced this season. A lot of teams got a lot better. Coach needs a big karma burger and take a big bite. Running his mouth, zero class. He should have kept his mouth shut about CC. There's no comparison between Paige and Caitlin. Sheesh, Leroy letting it be known, standing on business. If Paige stays healthy and shows out, I think she still will be number one in the draft. But there always could be a sleeper. There's always a sleeper. Kiki Iriafen could be that sleeper, but I think Paige goes number one. HBL idolized AR, and AR supporting her through the slump, plus the support during the bounce back from AR. It's hella fuel for a player like HBL. Yeah, and I mean, they had a chance to throw her under the bus. Angel Reese never threw her under the bus. Flajay Johnson never threw her under the bus. Yeah, hey, one thing for sure, Coach Coach Yo, her team is gonna be battle tested for sure. Lighthouse, welcome in. SC Bread, welcome in, welcome in. Notre Dame W and Hidalgo aren't definitely overrated. Aren't definitely overrated. Facts. Now we're gonna demand they keep the same energy they had before CC was proven. Paige gotta be battle tested. Until then, she's half hype and half right. Okay, dropping bars. Dropping bars. I would not be surprised to see UConn playing for a national championship. I would not be surprised to see Paige Beckers win National Player of the Year. I would not be surprised by any means. And then rounding us out, man. How about UCLA remaining number one, beating the hell out of UT Martin, 97-37. Beat them girls by 60, y'all. Oh my goodness. Lauren Betts continues to be a force. I really like UCLA squad. Kiki Rice looks healthy. They shoot the basketball well. They did damage in the portal, landing Tamia Gardner and Janiah Barker, in my opinion, like two of the best transfers they could have landed. They have a really good freshman guard in Arinsolo. I mean, they're deep. Betts had 18 points, 2 assists, 12 rebounds. Looking at the team stats really quick though, since I got them up for y'all. UCLA shot 52.9% from the field. Another hot 3-point shooting night. UCLA keeps shooting the three ball like this, they are going to be tough to beat, man. 44.4% from three. They dominated the glass 47-29. They're longer. You're not going to find a team with more length at every position than UCLA. They are just big. They are big 1 through 5. They had 26 assists, sharing the basketball, 4 blocks, 14 steals, and they forced. This is not a typo. Y'all see it on the screen. They forced 28 turnovers, people. 28 turnovers. Talk to me nicely. When you talk about a dominant defensive performance and just shutting down the opposition, like I said, Lauren Betts, 18 points, 2 assists, 12 rebounds. Too big, too physical, too skilled, too good for UT Martin. London Jones continues her hot shooting, 11 points, 2 assists. Janiah Barker, 10 points, 5 assists, and 7 rebounds. Super well-rounded. Another sleeper in the lottery that could go top 5. Like, just super well-rounded. Offensive game getting better. Defense has been there. Runs the floor well. Super athletic. I really like Janiah's game, man. She's very well-rounded. Gabriela Jaquez, 17 points in 17 minutes. One of the veterans of this group. Dual sport athlete. Super athletic. Physical. Great length. Tamia Gardner had 11 points off the bench. Best 3-point shooter on this team. One of the top 3-point shooters in the entire country. They do it by committee. Kiki Rice only played 21 minutes, but she had 4 assists, third on the team in this game, 6 points, 2 rebounds. As she continues to become the player that I know she can be and blossom into one of the best point guards in the nation with her scoring ability, her ability to play off ball and play make as well. Kiki Rice is going to be a big problem. UCLA, I think right now deserves to be number one. They look like the best team in the country right now. Bruins are deep, athletic. They can play half court. They can play fast. They've got more size than just about anybody in the country. They rebound it well. They shoot the basketball well. Chemistry is great. They share the rock exceptionally well. We're seeing over 20 assists right now. Like they're moving the basketball, getting clean shots, getting paint touches. They're just playing the right way. They are just playing the right way. Yeah, Coach Go, CC, and Paige all play different styles. Paige is elite. She's resilient, and I love a good underdog story. Her coming back from two major injuries. Yeah, Paige Beckers is gonna be a star, no doubt about it. She's elite. Paige Beckers is elite. Totally different player from Caitlin, but they're elite in their own way. Hey, Lee, LSU get it done. How about Michaela Williams with 24 points in their last game? How about LSU getting it done? Yeah, we definitely can talk some LSU. Let me get the numbers up for LSU. But yeah, Flau'jae Johnson has definitely been the best guard in the nation so far, in my opinion. I mean, she's been lights out. She's carrying this team. She's waited her turn, and now she's turning up. NC State, they've been kind of on a downward slide since they lost to South Carolina. But yeah, shout out LSU, 82-65. We'll get the stats up there for y'all. 9-0 on the season. They haven't played nobody yet. They have been tested a little bit by Tulane and a couple other teams. First ranked opponent, and they dominate. Almost beat them by 20. Statement win for LSU. Statement win for LSU. Nothing but love for Coach Mulkey. I think they have a better team than they did last year. They didn't get the big names in the portal that they did with Anissa Morrow and Hailey Van Lith, but I will say they got some complementary pieces to build around that nucleus that they got, that three-headed monster they got with Williams, Johnson, and Morrow. I'll tell you that. They got some really good pieces to add to that nucleus. Coach Kim Mulkey's coaching this team hard. They're another group though that's still kind of finding their identity. Like they know who their bucket getters are for sure, but they're also trying to establish what type of team they are. I think the 3-point shooting has to continue to improve. I think it's steady improvement for them. They've got a lot of perimeter firepower. Cheyenne D. Wilson has been playing a lot better than she was at the beginning of the year. Yeah, LSU is definitely going to have something to say in that SEC battle. I'm going to tell you that right now. The SEC might be the deepest conference in the country. It just might be. Yeah, we can definitely talk some LSU. Because LSU is an intriguing team, man. LSU really is an intriguing team. They got a lot of backcourt depth. I love the addition of Caitlin Gilbert, Miracle Shepard. Jersey Wolfenbarger's had some big games with them at 6'5". Can play really the 3 through the 5. I think Coach Kim Mulkey is getting the best basketball out of her. Former McDonald's All-American. Super skilled. Super skilled. Great wing. Playing a little bit out of position right now. But I love her game. I love her game. Long, athletic, gets up and down the floor well. Her and Samaya Smith could be a really good front court together when they're in the game. Kind of like a lineup of death sort of thing, like how the Warriors had. Yeah, LSU, man, we ain't sleeping. 82-65, big win for LSU. Big win for them. Team effort. They're going to ride that big three. It's just about, at this point for LSU, how are they going to stack up with the rebounding? How are they going to stack up in the paint? Anissa Morrow and Samaya Smith are holding their own. What is Alea Del Rosario going to do, though? That is a major key. She could be an X factor for them if it all starts clicking. If it all comes together, she could definitely be an X factor for this group. But looking at the team stats, LSU 29 of 55 from the field, 52.7%. They went 7 of 14 from 3, one of their best three-point shooting games on the year. 17 of 20, stayed aggressive, got to the free throw line, dominated the glass, which I thought was really impressive at 44 rebounds to 24, 15 assists, 4 blocks. The turnovers, though, that's the biggest issue right now with LSU. 21 turnovers is something that they got to do better about. They got to take care of the basketball. It didn't cost them, but I would say if there's any weakness to LSU right now, it's definitely taking care of the basketball. I felt like that was going to calm down some when last year Poa came back, but they're still looking for that steady presence at point guard, to be honest. But, Michaela Williams with her best game of the season, 24 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Flau'jae Johnson, quiet night, but she did what they needed her to do on defense as well. 16 points, 1 assist, 3 rebounds. Anissa Morrow, 20 and 15. Just giving all that work to the NC State front court, man. At 6'1", she's just an elite rebounder, great position player, explosive, gets off the ground fast, great hands, strong with the basketball. Last year, Poa dropped the egg in 4 minutes of play, still getting back to herself. I imagine she'll be the starting point guard for this group at some point, though. Cheyenne Wilson, though, doing a great job at point guard. 7 points, 9 assists, her second game straight, leading them in assists. 7 rebounds, just a very well-rounded player, very well-rounded effort from the stat sheet point perspective. A player that's won Freshman of the Year in the ACC, came in with a lot of expectations and has been around the game, a veteran for a long time. Kaylin Gilbert was a straight bucket at Arizona last year. You want to see her continue to be that spark plug and score the basketball. She is instant offense. She had 12 points, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. Quiet game for Jersey Wolfenbarger with 3 points and 4 rebounds, but she's holding it down defensively as well. But yeah, great team effort from LSU. It's going to come down to, in my opinion, who's going to support that big three the most. What are they going to get? Can they continue to take care of the basketball, cut down on turnovers, and make big shots? They shot the ball well, and we've seen what peak LSU could look like. And, I mean, they're going to be a team that a lot of people, I don't think, want to play when it comes down to it whenever the tournament starts. But they got a win over Washington, followed it up with a win over NC State. Now, they got Central, Stanford, who's rebuilding, and Grambling State, Lafayette. Their next tough test after that game really probably isn't until they play Auburn. Talia Scott, the top scoring freshman for Arkansas last year with Auburn. Auburn beat LSU last year, so some revenge may be on the line. But they really don't have a really tough mega matchup until January 23rd when they play South Carolina. All eyes will be on that game. We will see, though. I mean, a lot of people talk about their schedule in a cupcake schedule. They get a matchup against NC State and show that, hey, they can beat these ranked teams, too. They can beat these ranked teams, too. But, yeah, Cheyenne Wilson has proven that she deserves to be the starting point guard right now. She's controlling the tempo. She's stirring the pot. She's the straw stirring the drink for this offense. They just, as a team, collectively have to take care of the basketball better. But Kim Mulkey did a great job in the portal. She's figuring this team out. They're figuring themselves out. A lot of new faces. And we got to remember, guys, it's still so early in this season right now. It's still so early. A lot of teams are still figuring out rotations, building chemistry, figuring out their best five. But LSU's coming along. I think they're showing good strides. Yeah, I think LSU has some really good guards and they got a lot of versatility in the backcourt. It's a lot of guards that do a lot of different things. I'm excited to see Miracle Shepherd with this group, though, at 100%. But if you have good guard play, you are always going to be in competition. You're always going to compete in these games. Yeah, they need Samaya Smith to continue to provide some productive minutes. But yeah, Morrow continues to be the number one low post option for this group. Jersey J. Wolf has continued to get more confident in every game. Robert, welcome in. Brandon, what you think about my Lady Gamecocks bouncing back and going forward? Man, I thought it was an incredible effort from South Carolina. I think they showed resilience. They came out, no slow starts, and punt. They quieted the noise. came out, played basketball, and straight punched Iowa State in the mouth. And I think South Carolina bounced back. And to be honest, they're still the boogeyman in women's college basketball, man. It's all still running through Columbia. Go back and watch, though, man. The first 20 minutes of this live are pretty much talking about South Carolina. Yeah, y'all holler at me in the comments. Let me know. Let me know how y'all feel. Flau'jae Johnson is absolutely in that player of the year running. I completely agree. She is absolutely, positively in that player of the year running. Flau'jae Johnson, I don't know if it's been the addition of Simone Augustus to this staff, but she has just looked totally on another different level. Like, Flau'jae Johnson attacking the cup, getting to the paint, finishing through contact. Just her aggressiveness, her demeanor. It's like she realized she's waited her time and she knows this is her team. That she knows that she's got to be the one to get it going. And I love what we're seeing from Flau'jae, man. Like she has just been super efficient. She's handling the ball more. She's shooting it better. She's a menace in space. Elite layup package. I just love the confidence and the aggressiveness that Flau'jae is playing with. I really do. Daniel, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, but Hidalgo definitely deserves to be in that Player of the Year conversation as well. People are tired of blue blood colleges. UConn and South Carolina can be defeated. NIL has spread things out a bit. Agree. If you can pay, you can play. People don't want to watch super teams. They want organic built teams like Iowa. Iowa got a big win too. They've looked exceptional without Caitlin Clark, Lucy Olson, Hannah Stolke. Like Iowa has continued to play great basketball. They are definitely going. I mean, they cracked that top 25 for the first time. They are definitely going to have something to say about that Big Ten race. I like the Big Ten. I really like what the Big Ten got going right now. I like Ohio State. I think they're doing a great job developing that talent. Jelani Cambridge, Lucy Olson, and she's doing it her own way. She's not trying to be anybody else. She's not trying to fill Caitlin Clark's shoes. Iowa playing right now against a tough BYU team, by the way. They're up 7-6, but I think Addison O'Grady's been one of the most improved players in the nation by far. Sydney Falter's finally healthy. I think Iowa has a really good team. I think they have a really good team. They're better than a lot of people thought. People were sleeping on them. That freshman class is good. They've got players that understand the culture, that have been around for a long time, that are embracing expanded roles. Yeah, I think so. I think if they get a win over a 6-1 BYU team tonight, Iowa is definitely going to crack that top 10, 20. I agree, you too. Iowa State Cyclones are extremely young. Give them a break. They are not a fixed and stacked team. They will be there at the end. A Cinderella team playing freshmen and sophomores. Agreed. I was surprised, man. Addie Brown and Audie Crooks are definitely one of the best 1-2 punches in the country. They will definitely have something to say in the Big 12. Them and TCU will fight it out for the Big 12. Yeah, definitely a young team. But, I mean, the loss to Northern Iowa was unexcusable, Leroy. I'm going to be honest with you. But they did play a veteran team. They ran into a buzzsaw. What's your thoughts on SC bouncing back and moving forward? Yeah, we talked about that. Robert, go lock in. Hey, I love what SC did. They played hard. They played competitive. They locked up on defense. Guards looked really good. Joyce Edwards looked exceptional. Yeah, Iowa still definitely has solid pieces. And I think they have a legitimate star in Lucy Olson. They definitely got some good pieces, though. A good supporting cast. Iowa, I mean, they've proven that they're not just like a fluke, a flash in the pan. They're a program that has risen to national prominence, and they're going to be around. They've become a brand. They've proven that they are bigger than one player. They've definitely proved that they are bigger than one player. I love what I'm seeing from them. Nah, Olsen's definitely not Caitlin Clark. She doing it her own way, though, and I respect it. She's doing it her own way. She's definitely doing it her own way. Yeah. Yeah, O'Grady has definitely been one of the most improved players. She's one of the best bigs in the country. She showed some flashes last year, but it seems like it's all clicking for her now, YouTube. But yeah, I love what they're doing. I love that they're spreading the basketball out. Coach Jensen in her first year as head coach, she's been around this program a while. They kept it in the Iowa family, and it looks like a home run hire. It looks like a home run hire for them. Yeah, Iowa definitely hit a home run. They look really good. Iowa definitely looks really good. I gotta give them credit, man. I gotta give them a lot of credit. You don't, and people forget, man, when they talk about Iowa. It wasn't just Caitlin Clark they lost. I mean, you gotta think they lost Caitlin. They lost Kate Martin. They lost Molly Davis. They lost Gabby Marshall. I mean, they lost their most winningest class of all time. Like, this was a lot of production. I mean, they're replacing 4 starters. Hannah Stokey's the only player on this team that came back that started last year. Sydney Falter started when Molly Davis went out, but like majority starters, like they lost 4 starters. And Iowa's bounced back with a vengeance, completely slept on. True underdog story. Iowa is a good basketball team. They play hard, they play smart. I love that their fan base is still heavily engaged. They shoot a lot of threes. They make shots. They have a Monica Ciano type of big in O'Grady that has just been physical. That has taken a lot of high percentage shots. That's made a lot of shots. That's just improved. I mean, you talk about the leap she made from last season to this season. She's a completely different player. Hannah Stolke, one of the most athletic, most nimble on her feet bigs in the nation. There's talent on this team. There's absolutely talent on Iowa's team. I like this group. I think they play hard. They play for each other. They bought into the culture. This is a standard that Iowa has set. And they continue to just play great basketball, man. I got to give it up to Coach Jensen. I got to give it up to this program, the standard they've set. Caitlin Clark and a lot of these former players have been coming around, pouring into these younger players, and they're keeping this thing rolling, man. Iowa is a really good team. I think they're definitely going to have something to say. I can see them making a Sweet 16 run. It's not just one player you got to shut down. It's more mouths to feed this year. They are definitely moving the basketball, playing more complete team basketball. Lucy Olson doing it her own way. She has come in and been her own version of herself and done everything Iowa needed her to do for this team this year. She's not trying to come in and be Caitlin Clark. She's never, compared herself to Caitlin Clark. She's just come out and played basketball, man. Iowa brings their hard hat and their lunch pails, and they get it done. They absolutely get it done. And they got a really good freshman class coming in next year, too, man. Iowa, the future looks bright, but they had to replace a lot of production. Iowa probably replaced more production than any team in the country. Easily. Yeah, Stokey at the 4 is a difference maker. Not big enough to play the 5. Takes pressure off her in the paint, allows her to play with more finesse. She doesn't have to be a defensive anchor or main rebounder, and it keeps her fresh. Definitely keeps her fresh. Kentucky, new coach, Kenny Brooks, led Virginia Tech for some years, went to the Final Four, had Liz Kitley, she went to the WNBA. He's got Georgia Moore, one of the best point guards in the country, one of the most complete guards in the country. He leading the pick and roll, great court vision, moves the basketball. They did well in the transfer portal. Texas, Layla Filia, Madison Booker, Rory Harmon at 100%. Texas, one of the best one to 3 punch monsters, 3-headed monsters in the country. They brought in some size to replace some size that they lost. Texas is going to be one of the better teams in the country as well. They play tough. They make shots. They put pressure on you on defense. And they have multiple playmakers in this group that can get others involved. Guys, we have been on for an hour. I had to hop on so much basketball news. We had to chop it up. But y'all let me know before we get out of here, man. Y'all hit me in the comments and let me know how y'all feel. Biggest storylines, more coverage. Y'all want to see more videos throughout the weekend. I got y'all. More live subjects. What do y'all want to see from the channel? This is y'all's time. If this is your first time with Live with Brandon Blakely, make sure to lock in with us. Hit that subscribe button, comment, like, share. Make sure to follow us on social media at Brandon Lee TV. Join our memberships. We got that exclusive content coming daily, weekly, whenever you need it. Go ahead, like, subscribe, do all that great stuff, man. Thank y'all so much for the support and continuing to rock out with me. None of this is possible without you great people. I have to emphasize that. I think I have the best freaking live, best chat on YouTube. Tell them to debate with their mama. Much love to everybody, man. Selfie, welcome in, welcome in. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. If you came in late, make sure to go rewatch the live when it uploads. And I got more content I've been dropping all week. Go check some of the other videos out on the channel. Much love to everybody, man. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all so much for the support. Much love, everybody. None of this is possible without you great people, man. None of this is possible without you great people. Give me some more topics y'all want to hear, lives, videos, show ideas. Let me know what y'all want to see, what y'all want to continue to tune into, man. This is y'all's time. Y'all listen to me yap away for an hour. The floor is y'all's. Spam the chat, hit the chat. Let me know. Talk to me, talk to me. Yes, much love, everybody. Thank y'all for the support. Thank y'all, man. I can't thank y'all enough from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate all y'all. Thank y'all for the support. We building this thing brick by brick, and I don't care how many people in the live. Y'all always gonna get 1,010% from me. Guys, hit the comments after the video. Let me know more topics y'all want to hear. Holler at me. That is a wrap for us. For all the latest and the greatest, I am Brandon Blakely, a.k.a. Brandon Lee TV, your host. This is the Live with Brandon Blakely podcast. And until next time, everybody, we out.